So yesterday we just got the word that One UI 8.5, the stable version, is now out for S25, S24, S23, a bunch of foldables, tablets, a bunch of devices. And that's good news because, well, it's been in beta for 6 months. 8.5 was in beta for 6 months, but also that battery drain bug that was killing everybody. Hopefully, if you've updated your phone, please let me know. Comment, if not now, maybe in the next day or two, but let me know if your battery life has gotten better, if you've upgraded to the stable 8.5. Fingers crossed that does. Speaking of battery life, right, fingers crossed that solves everybody's issues. But that was big news yesterday, right? Because a lot of people are suffering from this battery drain bug. Now, today I wake up and I see One UI 9 is available for S26 Ultra. Like, what? I'm like, is that? I had to rub my eyes. I was like, is that real? And it's real. So One UI 9 beta. It's in beta for S26 series only. So if you want to go down that road, you certainly can. I, for one, am not going to do it. I thought about it today. I'm not going to lie. I thought about it. But then I had really, really bad flashbacks of me banging my head, banging my phone. It's not worth it. I mean, okay, let me take that back. Whatever. It might be worth it. I know when you download a beta or run beta on your phone, you don't always have bad battery life. I just had such a bad experience on the S25 Ultra. I'm not going to touch this thing with a 10-foot pole. Now, the other thing you have to worry about is the very first version. So typically, I'm going to say typically, right, with a little expression, because typically when you get into the beta version 2 and beta 3 and beta 4 and beta 5, they usually get the big bugs squashed, solved, out of the way. And it's a relatively smooth experience depending on what phone and what operating system you're using. Pixel, I've had a couple of bugs every now and then, nothing major, nothing that would prevent me from using my phone as a daily driver. But this one that I just came out of on the Samsung S25 Ultra, it was bad. I couldn't use it as a daily driver. Battery would only last a few hours. It's like, geez, I hope you don't have to leave the house with that phone, because if you needed a phone, you better grab another. You better grab a backup, because you're only getting a few hours of use out of that on One UI 8.5 beta, on the old beta, on the last year's previous flagship. It was that bad. So I don't know. If you want to, you certainly can. So here's some optimizations that is in One UI 9 beta. So here's another thing. I don't think it's going to look that different. So I've seen a couple of videos online on YouTube. Somebody running One UI 9 beta. This was last week or something. It essentially looks the same. So it's not like, oh, I got to get that. It's not like you're going from like One UI 6 from like an S7 to like a S26 Ultra operating system, right? It's not like a enormous difference. It's essentially going to look the same. You're going to get a couple new features, right? But is it worth the risk? Yeah. And another thing you got to worry about is when you get out of the beta, it's not an easy task. On this one, it's not. Pixel, it's easy. They send you an update on your notification tray. You hit that. It'll warn you. Your phone's going to factory reset, but you should know that going into it already. So like, screw it, whatever. You just touch a button and it reboots, resets, and away you go. With Samsung, if you're unaware, it's quite a process. Unenrolling your device out of the beta program, you got to do a bunch of shit, and you have to have a computer. And it has to be a Windows computer. You can't even have a MacBook. So some of these people just jump into stuff without really thinking about things. I'll be the first to admit I do that sometimes, but that's why I'm telling you now. If you're interested in enrolling your device, look, if you want to do it, more power to you. Maybe the S26 Ultra is not your main phone. Maybe it's not your daily driver. maybe you're rocking the OnePlus 15 and you're like, oh, screw my Samsung. I don't care if it gets jacked up. I'm going to do it. Well, be my guest. But you've been warned to get out of it. It's going to take a few hours to get out of it. You're going to have the phone connected to a Windows PC for those few hours. It was a task. I should have recorded it now that I think about it. Unenrolling my S25 Ultra from the beta program. I didn't know it was going to be like that. Like, it's a process. And it's not widely available on the internet. I had to go scouring the depths of some crevices in the internet just to find out how to unenroll it, uninstall it. It's not as easy as it looks. Yeah, it's easy getting into it. You just push a couple buttons and boom, away you go into the beta program. But getting out of it, not so easy. But let's see here. So this is One UI 9 is Android 17 based. What are you going to get? Well, you get new Samsung Notes. Not necessarily new notes, but a new version of it, right? So you gain creative tools, include decorative tapes and styles, kind of girly, whatever. Meanwhile, the Contacts application now offers direct access to Creative Studio for creating personalized profile cards. Where do we see that? Pixel. Without the need to switch apps. You get an updated quick panel, which gives users greater control over its layout. Don't we already have really good control over our layout? Like, how much more can you customize? You can move icons, you can reshape them. Like, okay. Whatever. Accessibility is significantly improved by an adjustable mouse key speed that enables smoother cursor control and combined talkback package that brings together features previously offered separately by Google and Samsung. The new text spotlight feature, which displays text large or more clearly in floating window. Whatever. One UI 9 also introduces enhanced protection against suspicious apps and potential threats. When a new high-risk app is detected, it now warns users, blocks execution and installation, and recommends deletion. Those security policy updates. Availability. Are you interested? The One UI 9 beta program will be available to the S26 series users in select markets, including Germany, India, Korea, Poland, the UK, and the United States starting this week. The S26 series users can apply to join the beta program via the Samsung Members app. I believe the Samsung Members app is pre-installed on your phone. I went to go look in my S26 Ultra today just to see. I wasn't going to do it, but I just wanted to see, is it available? It's there. You can select the icon to enroll is in the Samsung Members app, but it does nothing when you push it. Now, either they're blocking me or it's set up. They just haven't hit the go button and started enrolling people. So if you want to check it out, there's a bunch of information. Open up your Samsung phone. If you have an S26, S26 Plus, S26 Ultra, open up the app menu, search for Samsung, or search Samsung Members, and you'll see the application pop up. Select it, and then you'll see it. It's like a big thumbnail. You just got to scroll all the way to the bottom, and it's on the bottom. You can see it. You can get more information there, but